What is poppin' YouTube? It is your boy WakasHussain, and guys, listen up, right? I am hyped for this game, honestly. FIFA 20 is round the corner, man. It's just synced in for me, right? And to be fair, I know I'm going to sound a bit croaky at the moment, forgive me. I have freaking been dying from the man flu. How does a man like me get flu at the end of summer? Explain that. But yeah, I'm over here looking at Twitter earlier on today. I missed this out, and I see all of the YouTubers out there, the big ones, obviously posting up player ratings. And if you know myself, if you've been following on this channel, this is the smallest, miniest YouTube community out there at the moment of time. But if you're over here, then you know I like my British Premier League players. It's the team that I run. And I thought, you know what, I'll capture my live reaction. I ain't seen everything of it, and I want to go ahead and check it out, see what's going on over there, see what players out there. So I've got like this little screen recorder. I think there's going to be some watermark. Listen, forgive me in advance, because honestly, I ain't got the money to pay out for a professional kit. I am literally in the ghetto right now, but we're gonna record live on the Regretto, live-ish anyway. So here we go. Well, let's give it a look. I'm gonna get these glasses on so we can firstly freaking break down the main man himself. Look at that over there, Aguero, 89 rated. 80 pace is something that I spotted on straight away, which I said to myself, does he really deserve that 80 pace? Because really, I don't think he's that slow. I don't know if FIFA's kind of milking it down a bit, but then I can see the two fast boys out there. Now Salah, surely he's a right winger and they placed him on left winger. Anyway, I'm not going to question that. It's the Premier League 11, so that's what they want to do. But 93 pace over there. He obviously 89 dribble. That Salah's going to be about 500k. Literally, that bearded Afro-Egyptian man will be bloody 500k. And Sterling, I would imagine him being about 400k. Now, Sterling, right? I said he deserves an 89 rated. Like, he is literally the best English player that we've got at the moment. He can become quite an icon if he bloody dominates Euro 2020. And I think Sterling, the way he's been performing for Man City, I want my boy to play like that for Euros 2020. England will do quite well with the team that we've got at the moment. And that is not me just hyping up the nation. I'm really thinking, I'm confident. And every time I'm confident, I pretty much get my heart broken. So let's be fair, I need to settle down a bit. But I honestly think he deserves it. 88 rate is really good, but 89 would have been really much more nicer, because it kind of gives him that push. And one bar below Salah, it would have been a nice, you know, rival to choose between them two. De Bruyne, 91, I think. There's nothing to speak about Kevin De Bruyne. He's performed absolutely formidable. I literally think at the moment he might be the best Premier League player that it has to offer. Obviously, there's another player out there that other people will question, but I think De Bruyne really does stand out as the top tier level in any Premier League games. This guy is just a beast, and again, 91 is just going to pretty much sink in for a lot of people, about 500, 600k coins at least minimum, I would say, for De Bruyne. Eriksen, now, I'm not a guy that runs Eriksen, but I can respect people that do, because it involves a lot more of skill moves. I think he's got like something like 5-star like weak foot as well. Obviously I'm going to go over the breakdown a bit more, but he does deserve to be, I guess, in that starting level. Kante now, I guess he never had much of a season last year in Chelsea. Chelsea really didn't do well. They won the Europa, and I guess they have come in top 4, but it's not like how Chelsea was. They were obviously struggling. It's just because Man United and Arsenal did literally gobshite that Chelsea squeezed in for 4th as well. So I got a bit of like iffiness about Kante being 89, but I guess they kept him in because, let's be honest, that Maltese ahead with that smile is going to buy into anyone's charms these days. 85 rated Robertson. Now, this guy is probably never in the history I'd see in freaking Premier League in the last 4 years at least, having an 85 standard rated player. I think the last one was in FIFA 15 where it's Felipe Luis who had 85 rated in the left back. Left back's like literally the most exposed position that Premier League offers, or FIFA offers on any Premier League team. I think they've covered that up quite well. Robertson, definitely going to look at his breakdown, but that is someone that I'm going to stand out and get. I can imagine him being something ridiculous about like 100 to 200k, and he's just going to pretty much be like a no-go area straight away for me. All the while, all the real that you know what, I'm not gonna even bother. Right, I might as well have tonsillitis right now. But this really, let's just be fair. Okay, 87 rated, he deserves it. 88 rated, 88 defense, is that? Yeah, 88 defense. 79 physicality is not bad, really. I think the guy that stood next to him, Virgin van Dijk, better known as Virgil van Dijk, but still, right, Virgin van Dijk over here is deserving of that 90 rated. I think they weren't going to give him anything lower than 90 rated, let's be honest, because he is the cover boy at the end of the day for FIFA 19. That is something that they want to keep an eye out for him. And again, it's one of them things, right? People are gonna look at that and think, you know what? Does he deserve it? Has he earned it? And I think he has earned it. Really, let's be fair. Kyle Walker, nah, 84 rated. I'm a bit questioning about that because, to be fair, at the moment, I would say Trent Arnold's a lot better than Kyle Walker, and I think just because Trent Arnold's coming up and coming a lot more, and he does do so much more for Liverpool than Kyle Walker does for Man City. Now, don't get me wrong, Kyle Walker's only like 29, and I still think he's within his prime, but you can see there's a massive age difference, and if Trent Arnold focuses a bit more and actually puts in a lot more effort and doesn't go out there partying like a typical bloody scouse, he can actually stand out there and dominate that area in defence so well for England. I honestly really see him as an upcoming legend. He just needs to behave himself and he just needs to focus. And the problem with any English footballer, they end up freaking going out there and wasting them talents away, and I really don't want that for Arnold. I think we need a strong defender like him to be supportive for England, especially in next year. Alisson, 89 rated, again deserves it. I think he's stand out quite well from 85 to 87 from last year when he had his upgrade, and now obviously at 89 he's got that push. If you like me and chose him for Fantasy League, we shot him ourselves on the foot. I've noticed one thing, guys, the bloody recorder thing that I had on my screen has completely flopped on me. So what I'm going to do instead, I'm just going to pretty much screenshot this across. So I'm going to work on some real-time editing later on, I guess, on this video. I'll fly through this anyway. So firstly, Alisson and Kyle Walker. Breakdown's looking quite decent for both of them. I don't think I need to talk much about Alisson because he's going to be first choice for a lot of people. I do think he's going to be about around 250k-ish when he does come straight away onto that market. Kyle Walker can be either about 100k, maybe even 150. He does tend to be quite high. But at 91 pace and at 81 defense and physicality, he's going to make a really solid addition. He's not going to push up. At the end of the day, he shouldn't be pushing up with Kyle Walker. Look at that skill moves and weak foot. I'm more interested in Trent Arnold. I don't think they're going to have Trent Arnold in this, but I literally want to see him a lot more than Kyle Walker in a sense. Van Dijk, my God, he's a bloody beast. This guy is going to be in the freaking corner header. Look at how I slammed my laptop with fury, because I'm really going to say this right now. If there's going to be people out there that's going to have ridiculous coins, and this guy is going to pretty much ruin my day on defense when I go up against him, I will look at getting him, but I can see him being about bloody 500k easily. So it's going to take some time for me to build up. Alderweireld, again, 88 rated defense, 79 physicalities, of definitely a very mini Hulk version of Van Dijk. I won't look at him and such. I would probably invest all my coin I can do to Van Dijk rather than getting his latter. But if I'm going to say anything, I don't see much people using him, but again, maybe 100k, and that's actually being reasonable with him because his pace is not standing out there. Moving down to Robertson now, again, like I said, he's looking really nice. I mean, 85 pace is not bad. 80 defense is looking strong. Physicality is not bad as well. Not someone that you're going to push up with, but definitely I could see him being a very solid defending for the left back area. It's nice to have him on that position as well, because I can see him slotting in really well. Someone that I will actually eye up in my defense quite instantly, unless he turns out to be ridiculous value. Then obviously I'm gonna have to make some adjustments. Kante always makes a solid CDM. I mean, let's be fair, he breaks down really well on CDM. That 78 pace is not bad for CDM. Physicality, defense, and dribbling all stands out really well. I think a lot of people are going to use him in a defensive structure. Definitely if you're running the 4-2-3-1 formation where you got 2 CDMs, he's going to be one of them that you want to fit in over there. I think Pogba might be another challenger. I can imagine Pogba being on this list, but we'll give it a check. Eriksen, right? Yeah, so I mentioned this earlier. Weak foot 5-star, skill 4-star. He's not someone I knew. I loved him as a team of season card, and I seem to always get his team of season card, and I end up using him. But standard card, I can never just falter with. I would rather prefer what you see on the right over here, which is Kevin De Bruyne, because he just does everything for me, Kevin De Bruyne. He's like a freaking magician on that field. I mean, look at that pass, firstly. 92 fucking pass. I mean, on a cam as well, that's what you want as a cam. You want that passes, that shot, and that freaking dribbling to be more matching up than the pace, defense, and physicality, and he breaks down so well. Kevin De Bruyne is going to be about 500, 600k. I mean, maybe even 600, 700k, being fair. Whilst I could see Eriksen being a lot less, about 250 area. Again, he is worth it, but there's going to be a massive difference between them two. Salah and Aguero, now these two, right, matching up in terms of where they are positioned. I think we should have put Sterling there. I can see his name's on the bottom, but still, Mo Salah, right, is at 90 overall rated. He's had that push for one more, I think, because he was on 89 last year, but 93 pace, 89 dribbling, 86 shot as well. That is fucking furious. Honestly, this Egyptian bearded motherfucker out over here is gonna dominate, and he's pretty much one of the best players that you can rate on FIFA, and even in real life, because as he plays on the game as well, he's just so nippy. He really is like a magician to work with. Like the way you can put that skill moves behind him, I don't think he does it quite justice to give him 4-star, because he literally plays like he's a 5-star skill mover. Weak foot might be something to watch out for, so I'm definitely going to look at Sterling, see what his weak star foot is. But Aguero, again, this is something I can see being about 400, 500k for Aguero, but that pace really kind of hinders me. I would eye up Aubameyang over Aguero any day. I would like to actually see what freaking Aubameyang is, so I hopefully can look into that. But Aguero's not really had much of a change. Sterling, he's 3-star weak foot as well, but if we compare him to both Salah, I think Salah dominates him so well. I mean, there's 2 increase obviously in rating, but look at the shot. There's a massive shot difference. There's a massive, well, not such a massive pass difference, but the dribbling and the pace is the same. But if you look at physicality as well, Salah's lasting there a lot more. I can only think Sterling's height's going to give him a bit more advantage, but that's being very generous to Sterling. They've definitely favoured Salah a lot more than Sterling, which is quite odd, because really in real life they're both very equally parred. I think Salah just gets a lot more attention because of his like recognizability around the world. He's respected around the world, while Sterling is pretty much really core-blooded Premier League player, and that's really it. Bench, so they've gone for De Gea in bench. Right, so I'm actually happy to see him get downgraded, because I really think they boost him up way too much in real life. I think compared to Alisson and Edison, I don't think he does as much. But De Gea is not a bad keeper. Imagine him being about 200k-ish, perhaps, because he's obviously Man United. He's got to probably get coin influx because of Man United fans wanting to get hold of him. Laporte, 87 rated, is a massive increase. 88 defense, 82 physicality. Now, Briggs loved Laporte last year, and I never used him, but apparently he was really good. I would say this one might be a lot more in a starting squad. I can see him being about 100k just because his pace is not that high. But then looking at Vertonghen as well, it's actually quite the same. So I can imagine both of them being about 100k. But if I was to pick out the two, I'll go with Laporte, definitely, because he just looks a lot more well-fitted. But let me know what you guys would think. Would you go with Laporte or would you go with Vertonghen? Because I think both of them are very evenly matched and be about 100k-ish area. Paul Pogba, David Silva. David Silva, formidable player in real life, but I just don't think he gets used on FIFA, so I kind of skip past him because I literally don't think people use him for much other than trade-off or squad builders. Pogba, on the other hand, is a different story because he's by far probably the best Man United player that they have at the moment. And as a centre mid, he just stands out. He's retained himself really from the last year's game and the year beforehand. 74 pace, 81 shot, 86 pass, 85 dribbling, 66 defence, physicality, and 86 as well. 5-star skill moves, 4-star weak foot. That's about 500k. Just take my money and shut up. Literally, that's what it's going to be for Pogba. I think he can work really well in all three areas. Centre mid and cam probably a lot more better to keep him on rather than centre defensive midfielder. But again, he's going to be one of them players that you can eye up quite easily. Bernardo Silva, now this man's had an increase. Now he deserves it, and I really think he's like plays as how Alexis Sanchez played for Arsenal when he was actually really performing. So 87 rated does fit in, but I think he's been playing more as a central cam. Well, as a cam rather than as a right winger. But if you're a Man City fan, let me know what you think. But check that out, right? 92 freaking dribbling. Now, if you ain't got the coins for Salah and Sterling, this is the guy you want, in a sense. This is going to be the person who's going to replace him. I really hope he's not ridiculous value, about 300k-ish, because I think some people might just influx his coins. It would be nice to be about 100k area, honestly, because that is something that we can all do within the start as well. He is something to keep an eye on the right wing, because I swear to God, I'm not going to be cursed and choose Willian once again on my starting 11. But Sadio Mane, now, I could see him being a nice boost to about 250k. As a left winger, he's rapid as hell. I mean, he was, I think, the fastest player on FIFA last year. I'm not 100% sure, but at 94 pace, 44 defense, physicality 74, 88 dribbling, 77 pass, 83 shot. I don't know why I mixed up that order, but still, skill moves 4-star, weak foot 4-star. That is a very solid overall card. I'm definitely gonna try eye him up, but I can see him not being on my top to-do list. I've got other players that I'll probably focus on a lot more. We're getting on to the final bit. Yeah, that is the final bit. And now this is my main boy, Obama the Blood Clot Yang, right? 94 pace, 85 shot, 80 dribbling. Physicality is quite low, to be honest, at 69. 4-star skill moves and weak foot. Honestly, Aubameyang's going to be about 500k. Just because of that pace alone and the height that he's got, people are going to abuse him up front. If you know you're going to go up against Aubameyang, there's going to be a goal coming in, because that motherfucker is quite fast. And I can see him literally getting an inform quite quickly from Arsenal as well, because he's pretty much our star player. I can't rate him more than enough, and I can see him actually doing quite well this season. Harry Kane, now I've got a bit of an issue with Harry Kane, right? So two things, right, people. Don't jump on this straight away. But I'm gonna be honest with Tottenham fans. I'm not just saying that as an Arsenal supporter, but I need to be real honest with you guys for a second, right? Harry Kane didn't do as much as the way that Lucas performed last year. Now, I understand Harry Kane was injured, but how much did Lucas fucking carried on Champions League? Like, he literally did so much work. And Harry Kane came into the final and he was just there like, what am I doing here? Oh, I'm freaking annoyed. Oh, the goals are going in. That is not the attitude you need. Now, he does do really well. But look at the past 4 games. Where was his performance compared to the other team? Tottenham's really good at assisting and creating opportunities. Honestly, Spurs have got some real work cutting out on their team when it comes to overall chemistry. And they play so well. But I think Kane gets as much of the opportunity as he does, though, because of the massive support that he gets on central mid and from the winger side of it. Not so much that the work that he puts in forward. Right, people are going to put in that he's golden boots for England, but where did most of them goals come from in World Cup? It was from literally penalties, and I don't think he deserves the credit that he does get. And this reflects on EA at the moment by giving him 89. Again, I guess they kind of gave him a bit of respect because he got injured and from last year, and you can't really judge that. but I can see him next year by far dipping in, unless he somehow steps up to the second half of the season or even later on this year. I just don't see him being 89 rated. I mean, Aubameyang's 88 and Kane's 89. Let's use that thought for a second and then compare them to in real life. You know where I am coming from. Before I end up ranting over, guys, that's just me done and dusted with. So hopefully, you know what, you guys enjoyed this video. Like I said, Premier League breakdown, it is what it is. It's going on at the moment. It's building up the excitement for the game. There's 8 days left till the early 10-hour release date thing, so I will definitely be getting content on that. Guys, listen, I want to say whilst I'm over here, I appreciate the massive support I've been getting from the beginning of this year when I started uploading FIFA 19. Subscribers gone up. Obviously, we are aiming for that 1,000 subscribers. Let's get it. Let's get this mini channel upgraded. Like, I'm going to do a lot more. I'll get a lot more things involved in it. It will be some investment and time that I need to put in slowly. But that is one thing that I'm going to focus on this channel. Literally, by next year, I want to get things up and running once FIFA 20 comes to the closest stage. But right now, I want to be interactive enough. If you comment below, let me know what you felt like worked on my channel last year. Then just give me some heads up, because I do a lot. Like, I did my draft, I did my player reviews, I've done my obviously little gameplay footages that I did put forward. Anything like the goal scorer, like top 5 goals, whatever, I've done quite a bit on the channel. It is something that obviously I do want to focus a lot more, but I want to be kind of a realistic YouTuber as well, about being real. I don't want to be flashing out there like the major YouTubers do. I want to be very interactive with the community. So you give me the suggestions, I'll do what I can do. Anyway, appreciate your time, people. Like that button, subscribe to the channel if you are new over here. I'll see you around next week when FIFA 20 is out. Peace up. Surely they would have identified it and they could see it throughout every single year that there's a problem with the gameplay. No, we get sucker punched in right across the jaw.